Have you ever felt a haunting disconnect between what he says and what he truly feels? That gut-wrenching doubt, like his words are empty echoes while his soul screams secrets you can't decode. Carl Jung's shocking revelations expose the hidden codes of male desire, codes buried so deep in the unconscious, even he doesn't realize he's screaming them. This isn't about roses or hollow promises. This is about ancient psychological secrets that strip away the masks men wear, exposing the raw truth of obsession, devotion, and primal love. If you've ever lain awake wondering, does he truly love me? Stop. By the end of this video, you'll wield the power to see what his lips dare not confess. Through microscopic tremors, stolen glances, and dream symbols that Jung himself called the soul's naked language. What you're about to learn will rewire how you perceive love. These are not theories. They're weapons forged in the fires of analytical psychology, proven by modern science, and waiting to transform your love life forever. Before we begin, if you're even slightly intrigued, smash that subscribe button. Seriously, thousands watch these videos daily, but forget to subscribe. Don't risk missing the life-changing insights we drop weekly. By the end of this video, you'll recognize the unconscious signs Jung associated with genuine love. These aren't abstract theories, but clear patterns from analytical psychology that will let you see his behavior with rare clarity. When a man in love encounters his anima, his feminine ideal, according to Jung, his behavior changes. He doesn't plan it. His unconscious compels him to seek wholeness. This shows in how he looks at you, even when he thinks no one's watching. Now, let's dive into the dark, hypnotic world of a man's unconscious mind and uncover what his silence is desperate to tell you. Jung discovered that every man carries within him the image of an ideal woman, a psychological projection dormant until encountered in the real world. This internal archetype activates like an ancestral spring when his eyes meet someone embodying that pattern. Modern science confirms Jung's intuition. The brain releases a specific cocktail of neurotransmitters upon recognizing this feminine ideal. Dopamine surges, serotonin spikes, oxytocin floods the system. It's not just chemistry, it's a neuronal revolution transforming perception. Physical changes are unmistakable. Pupils dilate involuntarily, breathing alters in measurable patterns. Microexpressions reveal uncontrollable intensity. Brain imaging studies show massive activation in reward and emotional integration areas. This altered state generates behaviors that seem irrational to outsiders. Following you with his gaze when he thinks you're not looking. Adjusting his posture to appear more confident. Subtly modulating his tone when speaking to you. These responses are programmed into his psychological DNA. The effect is so profound, it alters cognitive patterns. Concentration shifts. Selective memory sharpens to recall every detail about you. Priorities reorder without conscious intent. It's as if a dormant part of his psyche awakens, steering subtle decisions. The most fascinating aspect? This archetype's activation isn't voluntary or controllable. He may rationalize, downplay, or deny it, but behavioral changes are as evident as his heartbeat. His body and mind recognize something his ego isn't ready to accept. You've triggered his quest for wholeness. Jung said the unconscious speaks through the body. If he leans toward you, mirrors your gestures, or softens his voice in your presence, his mind is voicing what his lips dare not. The human body is an open book, narrating stories deeper than words. Research shows 93% of emotional communication occurs through non-verbal cues. When a man is truly in love, his body becomes a transparent conduit for his deepest emotions. Leaning his torso forward is an ancestral signal of openness and vulnerability. Evolutionarily, exposing the torso lowers defenses. If he constantly reduces physical distance by leaning toward you, even in wide spaces, his subconscious declares, "I trust you with my safety." Mirroring is another powerful manifestation. Deep emotional connection hyperactivates mirror neurons, leading him to unconsciously replicate your gestures, raising a glass when you do, crossing legs in sync. It's a silent dance of synchronization, speaking to profound neural bonding. Vocal modulation is perhaps most revealing. Studies show men's voices deepen and soften when speaking to someone they deeply desire, an evolutionary mechanism to convey security. If his tone shifts markedly around you, his unconscious crafts an acoustic space just for you two. Micro gestures betray even more. Subtle hand tremors when handing you something. Feet consistently pointing toward you, even while conversing with others. Imperceptible breath changes when saying your name. These escape conscious control, revealing inner turmoil. Pupil dilation, governed by the autonomic nervous system, is particularly telling. When genuinely interested, pupils expand up to 45%, a biological response beyond willpower, pure evidence of psychological arousal. These bodily signs form a primitive, honest language. While he may measure words and control facial expressions, his body screams emotional truth, a constant dialogue between conscious control and an unconscious refusing silence. For Jung, dreams were windows to the unconscious. If he shares dreams where you appear, especially recurrently, he's revealing a connection transcending rationality, a raw confession. Dreams are where the ego loses control. Jung saw them as psychic compensations balancing conscious life. When a man dreams of you, his psyche processes emotions he can't articulate awake. Sharing dreams is profoundly intimate. In dreams, social censorship vanishes, exposing naked truths. If he recounts dreaming of you, he's opening his most guarded inner world where symbols and metaphors voice deepest desires. Modern neuroscience confirms during REM sleep, the emotional amygdala fires intensely while the rational prefrontal cortex quiets. If you recur in his dreams, his brain deems your presence significant. Details matter, appearing as protector, adventure partner, or guiding figure. Each role reflects how his unconscious perceives you. Jung called this psychic compensation. Dreams reveal what conscious life cannot express. Sharing such dreams is extreme vulnerability, an unfiltered confession. A deeply enamored man will project his shadow, his hidden parts, onto you. He'll seem contradictory, vulnerable, yet protective, for you're now part of his heroic journey. The Jungian shadow represents all the self-denied traits. In love, he projects both light and dark aspects onto you, turning the relationship into a mirror of his transformation. This projection manifests in paradoxical behaviors, unusual vulnerability, sharing fears, insecurities he once hid, intense protectiveness, not mere possessiveness, but a heroic archetype's emergence. You become his mythic journey's treasure. Protection extends beyond the physical. He guards your emotions, anticipates needs, creates safe spaces for growth. Projection creates creative tension. He admires qualities in you he hasn't yet developed. These projections guide his integration. The process is reciprocal. As he projects his shadow, he integrates rejected aspects of himself. If committed, this leads to profound personal growth. You catalyze his individuation, Jung's process of becoming one's true self. Key to recognizing projection? Observe disproportionate emotional reactions, intense responses to your successes, failures, your moods deeply affecting him, compulsive protectiveness. You're witnessing the archetypal drama of hero and shadow in real time. When a man includes you in his heroic journey, you're not just in a relationship, you're part of his psychological transformation. Your presence forces him to confront inner demons, integrate contradictions, and evolve. Active attention, Jung's term, is another sign. He doesn't just listen, he absorbs your tone, rhythm, pauses, and micro-gestures. His hippocampus works overtime, memorizing details like your coffee order, a song from a story, a dress color. Neuroscientists note love activates the same brain regions as intense learning. Each interaction becomes a vital lesson. Selective memory. Amplification fascinates. He forgets appointments but remembers minutiae you don't recall mentioning. His unconscious prioritizes you as critical data. Active attention also heightens emotional sensitivity. He detects mood shifts before you do, his limbic system syncing with yours. Remembering insignificant details reveals you occupy privileged mental space. It's not obsession, but evolutionary intimacy building. If he argues but returns more intensely, Jung's theory of opposites explains. True. Love arises from tension between complementary opposites. Jungian opposites require reconciling opposing forces. He seeks not a clone, but a complement to his fragmented psyche. Arguments aren't flaws, but crucibles for deeper connection. Differences, reflective versus spontaneous, practical versus idealistic, are magnetic forces sustaining attraction. True love isn't merging identical beings, but a dance of polarities. Separation-reconciliation cycles aren't dysfunction, but emotional alchemy. Each conflict polishes the relationship, revealing authenticity. Returning post-conflict shows unconscious recognition. You're his positive shadow, balancing his deficiencies. Leaving would abandon his individuation. The pattern of conflict reconciliation depth follows Jung's enantiodromia, the tendency of things to become their opposites at extremes. Conflict's tension transforms into deeper intimacy. Couples avoiding this tension remain superficially comfortable. Those embracing it achieve transformative love. If he keeps returning more committed, you're witnessing a connection transcending compatibility, an alchemical fusion of complementary souls. Finally, Jung noted that a man in love incorporates symbols of you into his life, a song, object, or habit. These symbols, the unconscious's primordial language, weave a web of meaning, connecting him to you beyond physical presence. A song you heard together becomes a time portal. Adopting your coffee habit or phrases signals you've penetrated his psyche, becoming part of his identity. Symbols aren't mere mementos, they're active containers of psychic energy. Saving a movie ticket or dried flower creates a talisman anchoring your presence. This symbolic integration reveals deep psychological blending. His unconscious builds invisible bridges, sustaining connection. Shared symbols, a scent, keyword, place, form a secret language, a private universe where intimacy flourishes beyond words. Incorporating your symbols is deeper, commitment than verbal vows. It lets your essence merge with his, creating a psychic bond etched into his being, resistant to time and circumstance. This symbolic entwining is purest commitment, emerging organically from the unconscious where authentic truths reside. These are not random accidents. They are sacred blueprints carved into the unconscious mind, decoded by Jung's revolutionary psychology to reveal love in its purest, most primal form. Now, armed with this knowledge, you wield a power he cannot hide from, the ability to see the invisible, to decode the unspoken, to claim the truth his soul has been whispering all along. This is your moment. You've crossed the threshold into a world where love is no longer a mystery, but a force you command. And this is just the beginning. Imagine what happens when we dive deeper into the shadows of attachment, the alchemy of soulmates, or the forbidden archetypes Jung warned only the bravest dare to confront. Before you go, if this revelation shook you, subscribe now. Thousands watch these videos but miss the next breakthrough because they hesitated. Don't be one of them. Hit subscribe. Your journey to mastering the unconscious starts here. One last request. Drop a comment below with the word Jung if this awakened something in you. Let me know, how will you use this power? I read every response, and your story could light the path for others. Thank you for watching. Remember, the secrets of the psyche are yours to claim. Stay curious, stay empowered, and above all, stay tuned.